जी बेटा, अपना नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टीज। कॉलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टीज, हाँ जी, इधर भी तो दो मेन पॉइंट्स ने। सॉल्यूशन शुड बी डाइल्यूट, सॉल्यूशन शुड बी डाइल्यूट and solute should be non-volatile. Non-volatile means which cannot be evaporated. So what do you mean by colligative properties? These are those properties of liquid solutions which depend upon only on the number of solute particles but are independent of the nature of solute particles. So what do you mean by colligative properties? These are those properties of liquid solution which depend only upon the number of solute particle, means whether the amount of solute is more or less, or we can say whether the mole fraction of solute particle is more or less, but they are independent of the nature of the solute particles, means solute can be sugar, salt, anything. They are independent of the nature but depend upon the number of solute particles. So there are mainly four colligative properties. First is relative lowering in vapor pressure. Second, elevation in boiling point. Third, depression in freezing point. And last, osmotic pressure. There are four main types of colligative properties: relative lowering in vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, and osmotic pressure. These properties, or we can say the value of these properties, depend only upon the number of solute particles and not on the nature of the solute particles. That's why they are called colligative properties. So we will discuss these properties one by one. First is relative lowering in vapor pressure. This property we had discussed already. For example, Raoult's law. According to the Raoult's law, we have studied PA is equal to P naught A into XA and PB is equal to P naught B into XB, and total pressure is given by PA plus PB, that is equal to P naught A XA plus P naught B into XB. So what do you mean by P naught A? Vapor pressure of the pure component, or we can say vapor pressure of the pure solvent and its mole fraction, vapor pressure of the pure solute and its mole fraction. And we have studied that if we add non-volatile solute, because we have taken the condition solute should be non-volatile. If your solute particle is non-volatile, so its vapor pressure will be 0. So vapor pressure of the solution is given as P naught A into XA. And we have also discussed that whenever we add non-volatile solute into the pure solvent, its vapor pressure always decreases. Means PA is less than P naught A. Okay, so we can write in this way, P is equal to, so P will be equal to PA, but PA is equal to P naught A into XA, or we can say P upon P naught A is equal to XA. If subtract both sides from 1, means 1 minus P upon P naught A is equal to, 1 minus XA, or we can say P naught A minus P upon P naught A is equal to 1 minus XA, it is equal to XB. So this factor can be written as delta PA. Delta PA means lowering in vapor pressure of the solution on adding the non-volatile solute. So P naught A minus P can be written as delta PA, and upon P naught A it is equal to XB. So this factor is known as lowering in vapor pressure, and this whole factor is known as relative lowering in vapor pressure. So this expression clearly shows that relative lowering in vapor pressure is dependent only upon the mole fraction of the solute. Mole fraction of the solute means whether the number of moles of solute is less or more. So number means they are dependent only upon the number of solute particles but are independent of the nature of solute particles. So we can say relative lowering in vapor pressure is a colligative property. So how can we define relative lowering in vapor pressure? We can define it as relative lowering in vapor pressure. It is equal to the mole fraction of the solute particle when your solute is non-volatile in nature. So next topic in your syllabus is determination of molar mass of the solute from this expression. Because mostly the numericals are based upon the calculation of molar mass of the solute. Molar mass of solute means we have to calculate the value of MB. We have written delta PA upon P naught A is equal to XB, where XB is equal to NB upon NA plus NB. So this is the formula for the calculation of mole fraction. Okay? But we know our solution is dilute. Dilute का मतलब है number of solute particles are very less as compared to the solvent. So Na plus Nb, it is almost equal to Na. For example, we are making a solution of water with sugar. This is your sugar and this is your water, and we clearly know the amount of water is very much large as compared to the amount of sugar. So we can say the amount of Nb is very much less as compared to the value of Na. So their sum can be taken as equal to Na. So from this we can write relative lowering in vapor pressure means delta PA upon P naught A, XB is equal to NB upon NA, because in the denominator we can ignore the value of NB. But how we calculate the number of moles? Number of moles N is equal to mass upon molar mass. Mass upon molar mass. But in these numerical we use W term for the mass. So we can say delta PA upon P naught A, NB will be equal to WB upon MB. Mass of solute divided by molar mass of the solute divided by Na. Na will be equal to Wa upon Ma. Clear? Or we can say delta PA upon P naught A, delta PA upon P naught A will be equal to WB upon MB into MA upon WA. And we have to calculate the value of MB, so we will take in this side MB will be equal to WB upon WA into MA. I have shifted this value to this side and this will come in the denominator, means delta PA upon P naught A. So this will be the value of your molar mass of the solute. MB is equal to WB upon WA into MA and delta PA upon P naught A, where what do you mean by delta PA? It is simply P naught A minus PA. So this is the calculation of molar mass of the solute with the help of relative lowering in vapor pressure. So we can solve one numerical. For example, numericals are very important for your exams. So our statement is the vapor pressure of pure benzene. Pure benzene, vapor pressure of pure benzene. Pure benzene means we have given the value of P naught A. It is equal to 0.850 bar. A non-volatile solute weighing 0.50 gram means WB is equal to 0.50 gram is added to 39 gram of benzene. WA is given as 39 gram. And molar mass of the benzene means MA, it is given as 78 gram per mole. The vapor pressure of the solution means PA, it is given 0.845 bar. Calculate the molar mass of the solute. So we have given the values. The vapor pressure of the pure benzene, pure means P naught A, it is equal to 0.850 bar. To this pure benzene, when 0.50 gram of non-volatile solute means mass of the solute is 0.50 gram is added to this benzene whose mass is 39 gram, means WA is equal to 39, molar mass is given, then the vapor pressure is lowered from 0.850 to 0.845 bar, we have to calculate the value of MB. So we have the formula P naught A minus PA upon P naught A, it is equal to XB. So what is XB? WB upon MB divided by WA upon MA, or we can say P naught A minus PA upon P naught A is equal to WB upon MB into MA upon WA. ठीक है, so P naught A 0.850 minus PA 0.845 divided by P naught A, that is again 0.850, it is equal to WB, the value of WB is equal to 0.5. we have to calculate the value of MB. MA molar mass is given as 78 and W is given as 39 gram. So with the help of this equation we can calculate the value of MB and your answer will become 170 gram per mole. So this is the calculation of molar mass of the solute with the help of relative lowering in vapor pressure. So this was your first colligative property, because this property is dependent only upon the number of solute particles, so it is called colligative property. So our next property is elevation in boiling point. Hanji, what do you mean by boiling point? Boiling point is simply the temperature where the vapor pressure becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. So second colligative property is elevation in boiling point. So what do you mean by boiling point? Boiling point is the temperature at which vapor pressure, and you know boiling point term is used for any liquid. So we can say boiling point is the temperature at which vapor pressure of any liquid becomes equal to atmospheric pressure. So किसी भी लिक्विड का बॉइलिंग पॉइंट वो वाला टेम्परेचर है जब उसका वेपर प्रेशर एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर के बराबर हो जाता है. फॉर एग्जांपल जो वाटर है, whenever we heat it, its vapor will be formed. At a particular temperature, these vapors will exert a pressure which will be equal to atmospheric pressure. So in case of water, what is the temperature? This is approximately 373.15 Kelvin, or in general we take it as 373 Kelvin or 100 degree Celsius, and we know 100 degree Celsius is the boiling point of the water. So at this temperature the vapor pressure of water becomes equal to atmospheric pressure, that is 1 atmospheric pressure. Its value is, exact value is 1.013 bar, or we can say simply 1 atmosphere. So that's why 373 Kelvin, or we can say 100 degree Celsius is taken as the boiling point of pure water. Now let's suppose we have added some non-volatile solute into it, for example salt or sugar, and we know it very well, whenever we add some non-volatile solute to pure solvent, its vapor pressure is decreased. Means whenever we add any solid solute into this, its vapor pressure will be less. Now if its vapor pressure is less but we want its vapor pressure equal to 1 atmosphere, so we have to heat it to a higher temperature. मीन्स वाटर का जो नॉर्मल बॉइलिंग पॉइंट है वो 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस है और इस टेम्परेचर पे इसका प्रेशर कितना है 1 एटमॉस्फेयर। बट जब हमने इसमें शुगर या सॉल्ट को ऐड कर दिया, इसका वेपर प्रेशर कम हो गया 1 एटमॉस्फेयर से, मतलब 373 केल्विन तक जब हम इसको हीट करेंगे इसका वेपर प्रेशर 1 एटमॉस्फेयर से कम होगा। तो अगर हम चाहते हैं कि इसका जो वेपर प्रेशर है वो 1 एटमॉस्फेयर तक पहुँचे, we have to heat it again, means or we have to heat it up to higher temperature, means its boiling point will be raised, or raised means its boiling point will be more. So this elevation word means increase. So we came to know that whenever we add some non-volatile solute to any solvent, its boiling point becomes more than that of pure form, means its boiling point is increased. So that increase in boiling point is known as elevation in boiling point. We can take it in the graphical form also. For example, we are plotting a graph between vapor pressure. In this axis we are taking vapor pressure, along this axis we are taking temperature. If we have this graph for pure solvent, for example this graph represent pure solvent, let it be as A B. देखो इस पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर पे इसका वेपर प्रेशर कितना है, इतना। फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस वैल्यू डिनोट्स 1 एटमॉस्फेयर. वी आर इंक्रीजिंग इट्स टेम्परेचर एंड इट्स वेपर प्रेशर बिकम्स मोर एंड मोर. देखो so at this particular temperature, its vapor pressure becomes equal to 1 atmosphere, and this temperature has value 373.15 Kelvin, or simply we will write it as 100 degrees Celsius in case of water. But whenever we added some non-volatile solute into it, so this was the graph for your pure water. Whenever we added some solute into its vapor pressure becomes lower. मीन्स देखो अगर हम देखें इस पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर पे, चलो मान लो यही टेम्परेचर है, इस टेम्परेचर पे वाटर का वेपर प्रेशर और बॉइलिंग वेपर प्रेशर कितना था 1 एटमॉस्फेयर. बट इस टेम्परेचर पे ये जो सोल्यूशन है इसका वेपर प्रेशर कितना है, दिस वैल्यू मीन्स लेस देन 1 एटमॉस्फेयर. देखो इस पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर पे या इस पर्टिकुलर टेम्परेचर पे सोल्यूशन का वेपर प्रेशर सिर्फ यहाँ तक है. If we want its vapor pressure equal to 1 atmosphere, then we have to heat it more so that its vapor pressure becomes equal to 1 atmosphere. So at this particular temperature, its vapor pressure will be equal to 1 atmosphere, means this was the boiling point of pure liquid and this is the boiling point in its solution form. So pure, we can write it as T naught B. This naught means pure form and this temperature will denote the boiling point of the solution. So T means temperature, B means boiling point, naught means pure form. T means temperature, B means boiling point and it means boiling point of the solution. So from this graph we can easily say that the value of TB, the value of TB is greater than T naught B and this is called elevation in boiling point. And we can say delta TB will be equal to TB minus T naught B. What is this delta B? This delta TB is elevation in boiling point. So from this graph it is very clear that the value of TB is greater than T naught B. So if we want to calculate the increase, we have to subtract the value of T naught B from TB. So this delta TB means elevation in boiling point. And whenever different experiments are conducted, then it is known that delta TB is directly proportional to M from different experiments. From different experiment, it is calculated the value of delta TB is directly proportional to the value of M. What does means? M means molality. So this M denotes the molality. So elevation in boiling point is directly proportional to the molality of the solution. Delta TB is directly proportional to the molality. So this delta TB can be written as KB into M. Because whenever we use the term directly proportional, we have to replace it by equal and some constant will be there. So this constant KB is known as molar elevation constant or molar elevation in boiling point constant, or a different name is abelioscopic constant. So what does the meaning of KB? KB is molar elevation constant, or you can say abelioscopic constant. So if value of M is 1, means your solution is 1 molar, LAL, then delta TB will be equal to KB. So from this expression we can define the abelioscopic constant. So what does it means? So abelioscopic constant can be defined as, or we can say molar elevation constant. Molar elevation constant is equal to elevation in boiling point when molality of solution is 1. So this is the definition of abelioscopic constant or molar elevation constant. It is equal to elevation in boiling point when molality of solution is 1. So this is what do you mean by elevation in boiling point. So our next step is calculation of molar mass of the solute from elevation in boiling point. So next topic is calculation of the value of MB. Calculation of value of MB. So we have written delta TB is equal to KB into M, or delta TB is equal to KB. What is M? Molality, and molality is number of moles of solute. Number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent in grams multiplied by 1000, because molality is number of moles of solute divided by weight of solvent in grams multiply by 1000. So I have put the value of M. Number of moles of solute means NB divided by weight of solvent means WA multiply by 1000. But NB is equal to WB upon MB. So we can write delta TB, it is equal to KB into WB upon MB. NB means WB upon MB multiply by WA, here 1000, or MB is equal to KB into WB into 1000 divided by delta B TB into MB into WA. So this is a value of molar mass of the solute with the help of the elevation in boiling point. So we will do one numerical related to elevation in boiling point. And the boiling point of benzene is 353.23 Kelvin when 1.80 gram of any solute is added in 90 gram of it is added in 90 gram of it, the boiling point is raised to 354.11 Kelvin. Calculate the molar mass of solute if Kb is given as 2.53 Kelvin kilogram per mole. So this is your statement. And the solution boiling point of benzene means this is a value of T naught B. What is it? 353.23 Kelvin. When 1.80 gram of any solute means solute का weight 1.80 gram to added in 90 gram of benzene. 90 gram of benzene means WA is 90 gram. The boiling point is raised means its new boiling point is 354.11 Kelvin. Calculate the molar mass means we have to calculate the value of MB if KB is equal to 2.53 Kelvin kilogram per mole. So we have the formula MB is equal to KB into WB into 1000 divided by delta TB into WA. So we have this formula. We have to calculate the value of delta TB. So this delta TB will be equal to TB minus T naught B. TB minus T naught B means 354.11 minus 353.23. So its value is 0.88 Kelvin. So now we can easily calculate the value of MB. So MB is equal to KB. KB की value 2.53 into WB. WB 1.80 into 1000 divided by delta TB 0.88 into WA. WA was given as 90. So with the help of these values we can easily calculate the value of MB and it will be 57.5 gram per mole. So this is the molar mass of your solute. So with the help of elevation in boiling point we can easily calculate the molar mass of any solute. So these are your two colligative properties. First is relative lowering in vapor pressure and second is elevation in boiling point. What do you mean by colligative properties? The properties of the solution which depend only upon the number of solute particles but are independent of their nature. But we have two conditions. Your solution should be dilute and your solute should be non-volatile. So with the help of these two values means relative lowering in vapor pressure and elevation in boiling point, we have to calculate the molar mass of solute. These numericals are very important for your exams. If you have any problem then you can ask me again.